All
Do
right.
you need a card?
This is an open session public meeting of the Berlin Board of Health on June 20th, 23. Your image and voice will be recorded per the open meeting law, Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20E. I'll quiz you all on that later.
Okay.
All right. Discussion, or Bill, do you have anything to adjust relative to the agenda, or should we just follow it through?
Well, we just have an additional variance hearing to schedule, but we can go through everything else until the 7:30 hearing.
Okay. All right. Coburn Road, is that?
Haven't heard from Vaughn.
Haven't heard from Vaughn.
Nope.
Okay. That's relative to the sound
Soundproof
blankets and
for the
so
fence.
forth.
Yep.
And the fence, all right. Bellevue Road, there's no change. Been a little problematic scheduling something with Kristen, Bill,
Yeah,
and
19th,
myself.
right?
20.
Gonna shoot for next week, once again, and include our fire chief, because he really, I don't think he's totally up to speed on what that situation is in terms of how many vehicles are on the property and access
The
to
issue
the
with
house if
emergency
there was an
vehicles.
issue,
Yep.
blah, blah, all that
Right,
sort of
because
thing.
the police chief's up to speed.
Yeah,
We started with.
Chief Shartner
Yeah, yeah.
knows what's going on there, and I'm
Yep.
sure he's had some conversations with the fire chief, but the fire chief really needs to hear it from the board here as well.
Mm-hmm.
The EDS plan, and I'm gonna defer to somebody else on this, because that's just
Yeah. Well, I actually spoke with Sarah
okay,
on the phone. She's gonna send us an open-ended with the documents, but what, the biggest thing we're gonna have to change is the updated name list contact. And Mary Arata was working on that, and I think Donna, you were working on it, to
Yep.
see how they wanna be contacted personally or through their, most wanna go
Through
through their
email
business.
or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
business, like for
okay.
us.
okay,
And she said we're about, all the other towns are about the same shape as we are with it because of the last 2 years. So
Oh,
we're
really?
not really off at all.
we're not really,
No,
anomaly, that's
no.
good to hear.
And it's open-ended with a placeholder to add those to it, and
I mean,
should be all set.
that whole EDS plan, when it comes to small communities, is
Yeah.
just problematic. There's an awful lot to deal with, and we have limited resources.
Right. And she said they all got diverted during, the only thing we ended up handing out was some kits at the fire station, but no dispensing of any vaccines, so, we kind of that was done privately, which I hope they do again. if they-
Were we supposed to dispense
No,
vaccines?
no,
I
it was
didn't
never
think
offered
so.
to us, no.
Okay,
No.
okay.
We do have the list of updated that Mary sent us,
Okay,
and I put the packet in the EDS book.
that's,
Oh, good.
that's
So we've got an EDS file and
an updated one, so.
Yeah, it's
okay.
a smaller booklet that says 2020, so.
booklet. You're holding your fingers an inch and a half apart, that kind of concerns me. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, that's,
That one
that's
is
better
another
than-
big one though, but it's the small one.
Yeah.
So we
That's
did
better.
put it in the booklet.
And that was the biggest thing, keep it updated, and if
Yep.
she had a few ideas she might throw to it.
Yep.
Before we jump to recycling dividends goals, let's do permits with Bill, please. If that works for you, Bill?
Yep, one other thing for discussion, we have an upgrade plan for 115 Barnes Hill Road. So I think we should get that on for the 18th meeting in July, since we won't be meeting on the 4th. So we already have a 7:30 and a 7:45 that night, so we want to make that 8 p.m.
So that's a hearing
Variance.
for an upgrade?
Yes, because at 7:30 we have the tobacco
Right.
the non-payment of the fine, and then at 7:45 we have 66 Gates Pond Road, which is an upgrade. So this would be, If we do every 15 minutes, this would be 8.
Is this Taylor?
Barnes Hill Road
Yeah.
is Rainville is the name that we have.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Oh.
big farm on the corner.
Oh, the
of,
big one, yeah.
Oh,
is it
really?
Ball Hill and
Yeah.
Barnes Hill. Yeah.
July 18th
Yep. So
at
July
8 p.m. Okay.
The big farm.
So 7/18. Okay.
And we have decided on, first week in July, we're taking off. Was it?
Yeah, because it's on the 4th.
On the 4th itself. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
so I
right,
guess-
exactly.
I get that day off with pay.
There we go.
Yay.
Clarendon Road.
Yep. So that's a
Oh.
one-house road off of River Road, just before
Right up to 1795.
beyond.
Just beyond 1795, Paul. It's a,
It-
On the left.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Pass, fail.
Oh, that's a pass. Kemble, Guy Kemble.
Kemble, that's who it
Yep.
was. Robin Kemble. I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 8 Clarendon's a pass. 8 Stones
Is
Corner.
that a single family or is there?
As far
That's,
as I know.
that's a single, not the farm in the back.
Yeah, it's not the farm in
It's
the
the
back.
one, there's a little road there that Clarendon was,
Okay.
Yeah, the
Kelsey.
farm in the back must be a River Road address.
Yeah, that's,
Because the
Clarendon
farm in the
Road is
back
just one.
has an apartment.
Yes,
I know.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
we did an upgrade there, and that was tied into it. Yep.
I think,
Okay.
I
So
think,
this is a single family. You go down that little road, and it's on the left. It's the only house on the road. Yep.
Stone's Corner Road.
that's right at the Shiro. That's Stone's Corner.
Yeah, Old Central Street goes to the left to the dead end, and if you take the quick right, that's Old Central, and then if you V towards Bolton, that's Stone's Corner. I think there's maybe 2 or 3
okay.
houses on it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pass. 4 Woodward Ave, the Bullet House, that's a pass, but we do need a water test on 3 Linden Street's well, because that well is within 100 feet of this leaching area. So I spoke to Paul Wheeler about that. He's gonna talk to the Historical Society about getting that done.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because it's
What did
within a-
Fort
Within a-
Woodward have for a septic?
It's a,
Cesspool?
no, we did a bed there, I think it says right in here when it was done.
Was that joined with Lindsay's or no?
Lindsay was the Linden Street.
Yeah. Oh, this is Woodard right there.
Yep, but basically there's 2 beds that lie,
Yes.
3 Linden lies under the driveway, and 4 Woodward lies over the, kind of like the property line, splits it in 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. All
Let
right.
me just see if I have,
Within 100
this
feet
is actually the picture
of
right
the
here, it's kind of
well.
interesting. Yeah,
100
take a
feet
peek
of
and
the
pass it
well?
on.
That's- Or the other septic?
The well.
Well, that's what
Yep.
I thought, okay. Existing well.
This doesn't include First Parish Church property, does
Proposed
it?
tank,
This is
wow.
separate.
Oh, that crosses the
No.
line. Okay.
Yep, so if
That's
you can send that
interesting.
right down, you
Yeah,
can see 4
that's-
Woodward
yeah, that's
system.
interesting.
Yes, it's pretty tight there, because it's all ledge, you know, once you go into the back. it
Yeah.
shoots up.
How deep is that well, do we know? It's just drilled.
Don't know,
Yeah.
don't know.
I know, we got a call today, a map of aquifers, and I'm like, no.
Bolton had
For
one of those,
stone.
oddly enough, I don't know who
Yeah, I
produced it
know.
years ago.
Is that
Yep,
that
so you can
big
see
one on the
that
wall?
bed is less than 100. The bottom line is, though, that the system at 3 Linden's closer to their own well, and the Bullet House hasn't had any use, like, the
Right.
report indicates that system is actually disconnected from the building, so it hasn't seen water in years, but
That's
the
true,
code
it
does
hasn't.
say,
It
you know,
hasn't.
that it needs to be tested, so they're gonna pursue that.
Are you dealing with historical on that?
Yes, that's who Paul said he'd be contacting,
Okay.
historical.
Well, I saw him up there doing
Good for
well.
him.
Yeah.
I saw him doing pump work or something up there, they were
These are
digging.
a lot of-
Yes.
On tag.
And 225 Linden Street, that is a pass also.
That's Polovacic.
Who?
Polovacic also? Might be.
225, not like the Pulsifer,
No.
no?
No, Pulsar was 247, I think.
Oh, you said Linden, right?
Linden.
Oh, yeah, I'm
225
thinking,
Linden.
I was thinking West, I'm sorry. 225.
Oh, that's a good, West Street, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what, it, 220 was the apartment before it, the burnt,
Right.
yeah. that's-
Yeah.
So that is all I have until 7:30, if you've got other topics to discuss.
We do, and I will,
Recycling dividends.
turn this to Sue.
And I'm gonna
Let's
take
see.
care of that hearing notice
Fun.
while you guys do your thing.
Certainly.
Alrighty.
Okay, what you have in front of you is the Recycling Dividends Program worksheet. And these are all the things that you can get points, the town can get points for from the recycling dividend program. Last year, we got like $998.
Yep.
This year, we're gonna get less because they keep changing the program. So we had less points. So what, I thought I'd put this list in front of you so we could come up with some goals for next year. So Donna and I could get a running start. Because if we need to put our flyer up in multilingual languages up on the website, we need, running room to figure out how to do that.
And
Yeah,
what,
do
and
it.
what languages? You know?
Alright, I'm gonna start with bulky items. The second category, bulky items, limited to 4 items per year at no charge before minimum fee, $5 for collection of 3 or more.
Yeah, we
No,
So
we're- we're gonna do a minimum fee of $5. Anything that goes in the open top.
It'll be a minimum fee of 5, it may be
Yep.
more. It may be more.
It says minimum, that's all.
Okay, so as long as we charge that minimum, we get points.
So, we're gonna charge for carpets, we already charged for mattresses.
Yeah?
We charge for upholstered chairs and wood furniture.
Yeah, not all the time.
Well,
Upholstered
now-
chairs, but we will, yeah.
Now, we're
yeah.
gonna have to, going forward, anything that goes in the open top, we charge a fee for.
Yeah, because we talked about that last week anyway.
Mm.
So that's an easy one.
Okay.
Yep, relatively speaking, I would agree.
Charm, I think we'll call,
Charm. That's a great.
that's what they call it.
Recycling 8 or more. Automotive, books, media, bulky, rigid, plastics, electronics.
Well,
Wow.
we've got a few though. I mean, we've got.
Christmas
we've got-
lights, we're supposed to collect Christmas lights separately. Would you like to follow along with this list?
LED, you mean, or just all Christmas lights? I don't like.
It's, yeah, it's,
Sure.
if you want to.
Might as well educate you while you're sitting here.
So we,
Always good to get smarter.
but we do do some stuff.
Yeah, but see,
But
they
not
keep
eight
adding
or-
stuff to
but
the categories.
The book slash.
20-pound propane tanks, we do.
Yep.
All types of household batteries, we do.
Yeah.
We don't do source-separated gypsum. Christmas lights, we can do.
Shredded paper once a
Marine
year.
bulk plastics, agricultural wrap, or shredded paper once per year. Yeah, I don't know about that. We do shredded paper.
No, they want it, see, whenever you do, they want it in a separate container.
Oh, this is good for the haulers.
Yeah, right.
Made of books, automotive, comma, books, media, bulky rigid plastics, which is largely kids' toys, and there are other things. Electronics, white goods, mattresses. We do
Mattresses is
that.
3 points, so
Mhm.
that's good.
Fire extinguishers,
Textiles, we do.
Except those, empty.
Do we do fire extinguishers?
Yeah, in the metal pile, right, empty. We take fire extinguishers. I don't think we have any
Household
regulation
batteries, we do.
Yeah.
But like, we used to get credit for automotive tires and batteries,
Mhm.
but now they say we have to collect antifreeze too. So we lost that category. Oh, I know.
Is that motor oil?
Why do you think I was so crabby when you were calling me up last week? I
And then she
was,
called me twice,
You're giving me a migraine, Sue.
picking my brain.
I had a migraine through all of
Well,
this.
thanks for sharing.
Yeah, but you haven't gotten to the diversity part
No,
yet.
no.
Look at that one.
I'm sure it's getting better.
That one looks long.
Curbside, we're just gonna skip because we don't do curbside, but they would
Right.
like us to do curbside.
Yeah, no, we do curbside in Clinton.
Because if we do curbside and we charge them or do a pay-as-you-throw, they said we'd take in less trash.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that here, but.
But diversity, equity, and inclusion, this one made me nuts.
Okay, let me, reduce their subsidized, for low income or other hardships.
Multilingual trash guides.
Multilingual
Multi,
recycling.
not
and
bi-multi.
No,
Well, we don't do it now, but see, that could be a goal.
Right.
But how, or using our SMA translated guide, so maybe I'll look into that, because I
Yeah.
have no idea what that is.
Signage and all that.
Multilingual
It's
guides.
it's worth 1 point, all of that.
Yeah, send multilingual materials to property managed from multifamily
You have to
homes,
complete
apartment
2 out
condos.
of the 12.
Well,
For all of them. Oh, to get 1 point? Or-
if
handouts.
we have 10 multilingual issues in this community, I'd be surprised.
Right,
Well, one person said they went to the school, found out the kids that spoke a second language, and
Oh.
just multilingual flyers to those. There were 5 people in that little town.
wow.
And
Yeah.
or they sent them home with the school.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was something like that, we could do it.
Right, right.
But I wanted you guys to actually look at.
Right.
Well, we really appreciate your willingness to share, so, yeah.
But see,
Yeah,
then,
I don't
then I
know
have
where
to
you
go
went to.
online and go through each and every
Right.
one of these categories.
Got it.
Donna was
Host
trying to,
multilingual webinar, oh, come on. Recycling services were provided at large apartment buildings, mobile home parks, condos.
The next one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna not get 2 out
Only
of 12 out
for-
of these.
Just say before has to include recycling provisions. Oh, boy.
oh yeah, and hazardous waste. They want us to do like a minimum 6 times a year.
Well, we pay, we
Are
couldn't.
they gonna supply us the funds?
I just gotta say,
Or
we
a drop
afford it.
off and mobile pickup twice a year. It's like, no.
Well, it's and/or, you could do the drop-off, but that's twice a year, we haven't done it
Well,
since.
I'm leery to drop off because.
Oh, let's just get it at the gate.
How do you store it?
Without the hazardous waste
Right.
company
Oh, yeah.
on site to tell us
What it is.
Yep.
what that particular item
Yeah.
costs to get rid of, we're flying blind.
Oh, yeah.
And you get containers that you just don't know what it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
scary.
Usually, in the past, we've had a chemist on site.
Right.
That's why it costs so much.
Oh, we'll just keep reading, it gets worse.
Organics.
Well, a drop off and mobile pickup, that could be our Earth Day, but that's not us per se.
Yeah,
That's more the,
Now, this one, talks about the home compost bins.
yeah.
Donna and I did a lot of research. Well, we went out, we looked at Home Depot, we looked at Lowe's, Tractor Supply
Yeah.
sells them. Same thing that we sell. Home Depot sells them for $1.99. Now, we can get them for $65.
65, right.
Right,
And that's really a deal.
Yeah, it
And
is.
Tractor Supply sells them for $139.
could we get in with another town and buy like a half a pallet rather than going, maybe, ask another town if they're doing it or?
and this is with the state contract, 65.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is.
Oh,
The
it
last-
is.
The last time we ordered it was
I'd be
43.
inclined to take orders from residents.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
To
it's-
give us some kind of idea how many units we need to buy.
The first time we brought them in, I did that. It was
Okay.
like pulling teeth.
Is
but-
it the 20 minimum, though, or not?
Yeah,
We have to buy a pallet,
a pallet,
Yeah,
which
okay.
is 20.
That's right.
20, yeah.
And it's $1,300 and some odd dollars,
Yeah,
and we
right.
have the money
Yeah, I've
for
got
it.
in the desk drawer.
So we're paying about $60 a piece.
But that
for
money
them,
is gonna
so.
carry over till next FY.
Yeah, it
Right.
carries over,
Okay.
and the minute somebody buys one, the money goes back in the kitty,
Okay,
so, and waits there until we place the next
Okay.
order.
yeah, because Stan's been selling them,
Yeah.
but I wonder if we put a sign up saying something about,
This is-
65.
I thought you and I could, I've got a piece of,
Yeah.
like, poster board.
Okay.
We could do Home Depot's price.
Yeah.
We could do Tractor Supply's
Yeah,
price.
that would be a good idea.
And then
to
do
help
our
motivate.
price.
Okay.
This says home compost bins sold to residents at a cost or below.
So we'd sell it at cost.
At
Yeah,
cost.
yeah.
Right, so we'd be able to do that,
Right.
because that's, and we were selling below, because we were $1 cheaper than what we bought them for.
Right.
It's 42
Good.
instead of 43.
Recycling center isn't open to local haulers anymore, right, Paul? Or the way we've got it set up?
No, because, well, effective July 1, we don't have a local hauler
Right.
using our facility.
Right.
And we don't have an organics collection. Would the leaves, no, that's not organic.
Yeah,
No.
That's like compost, so.
that is
Organics is
compost.
more like.
Garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
mm.
I'll have to look, see what other towns do with it, if
They
they
do have a permanent swap shop open year-round,
Yep.
except in extreme weather,
So we got
but year-round is good.
A community repair event.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what that is.
That is,
Someone fixing radios, TVs? I mean.
I went to one in Bolton a few years ago. They called it a Fix-It program, and they fixed, you'd bring in all kinds of things, and they had different individuals who had some expertise in fixing radios, lamps, a variety of things.
I think Bolton does that.
Yeah, Bolton, that's
Okay,
where I went,
okay.
was Bolton.
All right.
Roger and that.
Okay.
However, you gotta round those people up. Bolton was, and this was before COVID, it was a fairly successful operation from what I saw.
Yeah.
but-
Roger knows how to fix some of that. It goes right into the dumpster.
Wow.
It goes-
What's your street address, Roger? Yeah,
There you
good
go.
one, good one.
Yes,
All right.
Well, this one's probably, the school probably uses dishwashers, right?
Reusable dishware.
Yep.
Where are we?
Oh, I'm down to
Down-
reuse, because
Oh,
we've got
yeah.
the swap shop.
Because you get
Oh,
a
we have to
point
get
for that.
two.
And, at the time, I was still recovering from surgery. She goes, just go down to school and ask them. And it's like, no.
Okay. Because, I mean, I don't know if they have reusable
A tool library, library of things.
library of things.
Zero waste day,
See, this is like,
one time per year.
but do we know if the school uses reusable?
I don't, but
They, well,
We're gonna have to go to the
Yeah.
school,
Okay,
you
so
know.
that's maybe. It's gonna be a lot of work. Okay. All right, paid on full program, all trash and bags, stickers, tags, punch cards.
deconstruction project
Yeah,
and a
trash
designated
collection. Trash limit, no, we don't
service
even do
involved for the practice
that.
of
Textiles, we do
deconstruction.
that.
Yeah, but we have to do 6 out of these things.
Municipality engaged in deconstruction, the bullet house, we took that to
You
pieces.
know,
and put it together.
let's think about this for a minute. If the state mandates pay as you throw, how are we equipped to police that?
Right.
We're a part-time board.
Yeah, I know, and you still have to buy the bags. And then she says if our town is throwing away too much trash, just raise the price of the bags. I mean, that's why you were getting those phone calls from me. Donna was trying to talk me off the ledge. And, no, but when you think about all of this,
I know.
we
It's-
get our stipend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You're overpaid. Yeah.
Trash limit, 48-gallon cart per week. I see pickup trucks come in with
Okay.
1048,
bags.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
42 is,
Oh, well,
You know,
not to the
what
beyond the
this,
bin,
what
recycling
the
still does
state
that.
doesn't deal with are the different
We could do that.
demographics per
No.
community.
Oh, I know, because we're not a big municipality. We're a little.
No, we're still rurally orientated.
Right. 613.
Well,
'Cause we could do beyond the bin directory, because we do that in Stowe, they could make that up, but that's one.
Beyond the bin,
Yeah,
where's that?
it's a directory of where you could go, like,
Oh.
with links to different places if you have decent
Yeah.
furniture or
down to
whatever.
Oh,
Hudson,
okay.
to
Yeah.
Hudson
Alright,
on town, or
alright.
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
or to Savers, or what have you,
Right.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I think maybe Donna and I can work on the
This way, yeah.
textile piece. We can,
Yeah, but we need 6 of them, because we have the bin.
yeah, they want something, an article
And we can
published
do
in the
the
newspaper.
link.
You gotta do all this and you get 1 point? Wow, baby.
I know,
I know, I want to find out from you guys
we gotta pick and.
how
choose.
important that
Oh,
money
my
is,
God.
because
Yep,
I'm not very good at writing
Well,
newspaper articles.
We had a good
and-
year last year and we got 900 and something dollars.
$980.
Woo-hoo.
That went towards our,
To
added
help
with the
offset the
10,000.
cost of the
Right.
container.
I'm just glad we got our 10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I
like,
mean, this is a little bit like chump change, I'm sorry.
and then yard
Well,
waste, curbside yard waste drop off. But could we, I mean, they do drop off the yard waste.
you can bring leaves
Right,
and,
at
and
the-
mulch, but
right,
we
at the
don't take
trash.
brush, right, Paul? We-
No,
We,
no.
we do take Christmas trees, or have in the
Yeah.
past, and the town will chip those, but,
Yeah, because we don't do curbside.
Taking brush would
Oh.
involve our town administrator and our
Yes.
highway super
Yeah,
to
Put that away.
see if that logistically can be made operational.
Maybe Roger at the Take or Leave It will collect Christmas tree lights. And
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
You have a keen eye.
I think DEP is just kind of going a little over the top, but
no, they're trying to make jobs for
No way to
themselves.
put trash, that's why.
yeah.
That's right. That's the motivation. That is the motivation.
China won't
In
take
the
it.
Millbury now, the Wheelabrator, everybody used to go there because they burned it, but now you gotta get a permit.
Yep.
Just to dump there.
Yeah.
You gotta pay a
That's
yearly fee.
crazy.
There's too many people
Big,
going
big
there.
bucks. Well, it worked too, you know, they were generating power.
Okay,
You collect the Christmas
7:30.
lights, then what do you do with it?
I say
They
like-
don't tell
like
us
you
that
do, Roger, You
part.
put them through the chipper.
They go to Linden Street.
That's what I mean, that's what I said, what do we save them? Yeah,
Okay.
You know, if you get about
you take the
4
bulb,
tons of Christmas lights, you get about 5 pounds of copper.
I was just gonna say, and then you still gotta take the bulbs out and take it to the people.
All right. Oh,
All right.
I don't know if we've answered any of your questions here, Sue.
well, at least a better, you
see what-
guys have a better understanding of why I was making those phone calls.
Absolutely a
crazy.
better understanding.
I mean, last year wasn't this bad, but once you click on one, then there's more drop
Yeah,
downs.
I'm not,
This and this and this.
I'm not adverse to calling Irene and chatting with her. It's philosophically, maybe that's the wrong word, but what DEP is trying to overlay on everybody is, it's like one size does
yeah.
not fit all.
It's a big
Right,
blanket,
right.
not a,
You know, might be great for Worcester, Leominster, or bigger communities.
And,
but-
and then she told me we throw away too much trash, because other towns, I guess everybody here throws about 1,000 pounds per household. Other towns only throw 800 pounds of household. Why are we so bad?
Cause they eat out more. I don't know.
what, and they probably drink more wine or something, who
I
knows?
Yeah.
don't know. All
You
right,
should see the glass we collect, yeah, right.
We know that,
All right,
We got
I
paid
got
for that.
7:30, 7:31.
All right.
So this would be a continuation of our hearing for 11 Lancaster Road. Variances, there were 2 variances.
Yeah, we should go through that letter. Chris, I just noticed.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
I just noticed that he kept an old reg on there that needs to be changed.
Oh,
Okay.
I just noticed it now, so
Okay.
we will need 2 copies of the revised plan with conservation's comments and my comments, and a revised variance letter.
So here's the latest revised plan, the one that,
Yep.
it's got the crossing, the width of the driveway.
Yep.
It's got the stone boulder wall.
Mhm.
It's got the riprap swale here.
Yep.
That was everything that conservation
Okay.
asked me for, and we had the hearing a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
That's nice.
So we'll send that down to the board. Now, also, I had texted Senator comments. I don't know if you
Nice wall.
might find out.
Okay. He hasn't said anything to me. I asked him the other day if there was any revisions or anything. He didn't say anything to me.
Okay, because he
He just
just
said
see,
no.
he kept that 100-foot offset
Yep.
to the reserve.
Mhm.
That actually is gone.
Correct.
And now we're proposing no offset between primary and
Okay.
reserve, so I'll need
Okay.
a revised letter. Yeah, I can talk to him about it, but a
Okay.
revised letter
I'm
switching
sure he'll
that
get it
out.
right to you.
Well,
Yeah.
good.
And then, I had texted him comments, which I thought he said he was gonna,
Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty minor stuff. Yep. So I had texted him these comments, and
Okay, yeah,
I think he was gonna incorporate conservation's comments in mine. I don't know if that plan does that, but I'll reach
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Or if you talk to him, have him give me a call.
Okay.
All right?
Chris, having nothing to do with anything, I'm just curious how long your
It's
proposed
the same
driveway
reg
is.
number,
Do you know?
but it's.
I think it's, I
what they're
think Seth was
requesting
telling me
has
it's like
changed. We'll
400
talk
something
about
feet.
400 something feet?
It went from this
That's
to
nothing.
no
Okay.
offset between.
You got your own
primary
plow,
and
don't
reserve.
you?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
The Clarks have over 1,000-foot driveway.
Yeah, this is on
Clocks, is it?
across from her.
Yeah, she has to call me and ask me if the road's been plowed.
I would not want to have to pull out
And then
a
you have
driveway.
Peter and Carol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peter and and the Roaches.
Yeah,
They
same
have
there,
just the same.
same there. It was just a point of information, it has nothing to do with anything.
No.
I don't know, does conservation talk to you guys? They just, no? Okay.
Have they-
No.
Well, I had a brief conversation with Carolyn.
Okay.
You know, Concom and ourselves are square on the wetlands thing.
Yep, because she just, yep, go ahead.
No, I guess the way this board feels with the current variances, they're not the best variances in the world that we would look for, but
Right.
at the same time, there's no serious issue in granting them.
I understand.
You are gonna have a system, alternative system which will require some,
It has to have a valid contract at all times.
Right.
Whether it's
Mhm.
quarterly or twice a year, someone's out there.
to
Looking at it.
monitoring it.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate all the relief. I know I asked for a lot of variances here, and I know when I saw Bill's denial letter about the 100 feet with the groundwater, I understand you guys rely on groundwater for your water, so I am hoping that this system, I know you guys don't have town waters. Some towns have the town water, so that
Yeah.
protects them. You know, they have septics, but they have town water. So
Right,
I understand.
It's a
and-
different world here, that's all.
I understand,
Yeah.
and there's a little bit of a learning curve, but I understand what you guys, are looking for here, and I just wanted to come back and try to compromise and get you guys something that would probably cleanse the water better, and, be respectful of the town.
Yep. So at this point, I would open it up to the board to make a motion. We have no driving issue with the variances asked for. There may be a little gray area to them, but it's not enough for us to, in my opinion, to deny. So with that said, I I open it up to the
I'll
board.
make a motion that we pass the requested variances.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
second it, all right,
Can we just make a
Yep.
note that,
please.
in the letter, I just caught this now, the 4F variance still states that the reserve area is 74 feet from the edge of wet. I'm gonna ask the engineer, that will be stricken from the letter.
Yep.
And that same 4F will now state that there's no offset between primary and reserve area.
Yes.
But all the other variances as listed are correct.
Correct,
Okay.
okay, okay. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Bobby?
Aye.
Okay. It is passed.
Good
The
job.
variances are granted.
I appreciate you guys working with me. Thanks.
So, Chris, I'll be in touch with Seth, revised variance letter I'll need to make sure that plan incorporates my comments, if so, I'll need a second copy.
Yeah, I'll get you a copy, so just tell me
Let me
what
talk
you...
to Seth first to make
Yeah.
sure everything's done. So once we get that final revised information, we'll draft a permit and then we'll be in touch with you about payment and signature.
Okay, so the ball at this point is in Seth's court to
Yep.
communicate with you to get those details squared away, and then we
Yes.
can move forward with all this.
Yep.
Okay,
So
very
we
good.
just, you just have to wait hear from Seth. And then
Well,
you'll-
once I get the
It's good.
revised plan
With
and
the
letter, I'll need to just look at the revised plan, make sure my comments are addressed, and then we'll get a permit drafted.
Okay, you guys want to keep that?
I'm gonna take that, in
Yep.
case it's what I
Yep.
need, in which case I'll only need
Thank
one
you.
more copy.
Okay,
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
You have Seth give me a call, but I will try to reach out to him tomorrow also.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're gonna be gone on the 4th?
Most likely, yeah. In the following week.
How are we all set
We're
for,
trying to babysit.
next week at the transfer station? What's,
let's see, next week at the transfer station.
We- Were you doing 2 hours for him? Was that next week or is it the week after?
Well, let me
Okay.
bring us up to speed. This past Saturday, Stan worked by himself.
Yep,
He had no help,
yep,
and he was fine with that. I was down there, he said, no
Okay.
big deal.
okay.
This coming weekend, I'm not sure, I'm presuming Eddie is on.
Yeah, it's every other.
Every
At
other.
least that's what it's been.
And then
There was one week.
the Saturday that Stan needs some coverage is on the 8th of July,
Stan, okay, I've got his hours here. Since
because he is running the First Parish Church
Yeah, we-
Chicken Barbecue.
week ending July 9th, so that would be the 8th, right?
The 8th.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
I know I'm gonna make myself available.
and he said Eddie will be there for 8 hours that day too.
Oh, he did?
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah, I get the payroll, he texts them to
Oh,
me.
that's
Yeah, you would know.
Yeah. Yep. so-
But things seems to be going well. Stan and I were gonna bring another load of cans down tomorrow, but I have a telemed appointment, or whatever they call them, so
Yeah,
we're gonna push it off till next week.
okay,
But 2 weeks ago, he and I brought down, he was loaded up, I was loaded up, and we generated about $485 worth of revenue in cans for that
Wow.
one trip.
okay, yeah. 'cause
And
it's gonna get it to
we need to empty the containers again. I did talk to someone from Agawam on Styrofoam. They pick up in Hudson, and their charge is $500. We were hoping, and I've been
Ooh.
told that Hudson is never a full load, but he didn't want to adjust his price. It would be $500 for a separate pickup. But he said he would also pick up certain electronics for no cost, which sounds nice, but now it makes our end a lot more complicated in terms of
Right.
what electronics will he take, and then he tops the load off with Styrofoam and do we really have the ability to store the styrofoam? And at this point, I would say we don't, because of the bottles and cans, and the mattresses, and the electronics, and I don't know if we want to get into a container farm down there of storage. That
Right.
doesn't seem to make sense, not at least at this point in time, so,
Okay, yeah, I gotta get Stan to turn over the checks a little bit more frequent,
okay.
because there are some that are like almost 2 weeks old when they get processed, and it's,
For revenue checks?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I haven't seen that bottle one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hmm, okay.
yeah, so I gotta get him a little bit.
Yeah,
And I'll
crack
be
the
there.
whip.
Yep, I know. Poor guy, he hates to hear, oh no, she's texting
Yeah, he's got
me
a few
again."
irons in the fire,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I
you gotta
know.
remind him, that's all,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I'll be there.
He's a
to-
good man down there, and he pays attention to the nickels and dimes, but, you know,
Yeah.
paperwork,
He hates paper. He's
Yeah,
another
I
one
can
of
see
those.
that, yeah.
no.
And the
Sue,
first
come on.
3 Saturdays in July, I'll be there too.
You,
with
first 3
stickers.
Saturdays, 6
Yep,
hours?
6, 6, and 4.
6, 6, and 4?
Yep. And we're having Mary put on the front page of the town's website the FY24 sticker by mail with the link.
Oh,
I'd
okay,
asked her to
good.
do it last week, and I think
Okay,
she got
good.
busy. So
You have some type of canopy if you want to sit outside?
I'm gonna be inside.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I need the desk and
Yeah,
Right.
actually,
Yeah,
on Saturdays and all that,
It
it
it's,
stands outside more than anything.
right.
plus,
You
it's
know.
much cleaner than it was
Yeah.
since you have
Yeah,
redone it.
I mean, when it was kind of COVID-ish, they would stand outside at a little table and I'd be in the window, but
We
Yeah,
ripped that out.
just-
good, because people would walk into it, and go, their
Yeah.
heads like, it was like, yeah, surprise.
That was an outstanding
No, I
table
know,
out
it
there,
was-
yes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I can't think of, except for,
So you're gonna call that other person, possibly, just to see?
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
call
feel the
him
water,
and
yeah.
talk to him. He sent a resume, after what my wife Mary went through with no return calls on resumes and stuff like that. We'll give him
Yep.
a call and
yeah.
try and explain exactly,
Right.
what the job is. I don't see a fit, but
No,
who knows,
yeah.
maybe he does, you
What's
know?
expected, yeah.
Right, right,
I don't wanna, pass judgment on what his expectations are, certainly.
yeah.
We do have a written job
Oh, yeah.
description, so he
Yeah.
knows
Yeah,
that.
so-
But whether
Yeah,
they-
'cause it was through,
they can accomplish that, right?
through Indeed,
That's the
so-
idea, right?
it should be
Maybe he
published.
just wants to build up his muscles down there.
Yeah, right.
He's a personal trainer.
Yeah,
I can't understand him flying at the transfer
Unless they
station, but
maybe we can have them load refrigerators into the metal
Hey,
container.
whatever,
Yeah.
If you- Well, you got some pep at least, yep, yep.
I don't know.
All right,
I'll make a motion.
so our next meeting is gonna be what, July 11th?
18th, it
'Cause
was supposed to be
the
the
fourth,
4th.
fourth is canceled out anyway.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Fourteenth,
the
Board of
fourth.
Health, right, okay. I've got a different meeting on the 11th.
Yeah, so I'll be back. 18th, I
So
should, yeah.
you're going for the 4th of
And
July
that will
week?
be
The first 2
Zoom,
weeks.
Nice.
is my understanding.
Oh,
At this
July
point,
18th.
yeah,
That's
Okay.
what we told,
That would be
the,
nice.
tobacco,
Yep.
Oh, that,
non-
tobacco will
fine
be a Zoom
non-payment.
hearing?
18th, yeah.
right down Zoom.
I
Joan will be joining us on that?
Joan
Nope.
sent an email saying she'll be on vacation, but we
She's
can still hold the
sending
hearing.
somebody else. I thought I forwarded that to you.
Maybe
You
we
did.
Okay, all right.
So
Somebody
once we
else.
get the link set up, we'll have to make sure they get it.
Okay, so,
Wish you just-
so
Or I was thinking if
Hey.
Joan can't make it, we can still have the hearing with Mr. Senni, and
Yeah.
then, we could simply
Why
discuss
doesn't
and
he
continue.
just send the
I
money
know.
and then we can
Exactly.
continue on?
That's all we were trying to
That
do.
sounds easy.
I'm not
I almost
remember
don't like the
person's
idea
name.
of having a tobacco hearing without Joan. 'Cause
Well, they
we
have-
haven't been through one, or at least I haven't been.
But they
That's why
have
I'm thinking we
somebody
should
else to
have,
do
I mean,
it.
we already sent out the notices, so,
Right,
we should have it and continue it.
Continue it.
Yep.
Yeah.
but she's got an associate who's gonna be,
But if the associate can join, sure.
right.
Well, as long as there's
Someone
somebody
from the control
representing.
alliance.
Up to
right.
date on what's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he's can do.
I mean,
aren't
this is the
these-
first time hearing as far as this board is concerned, and
Well, what about the other one that we did for Noria?
They-
Wasn't that a
they-
hearing
No,
too?
they just paid it.
no,
Well, no,
they
remember
showed
they
up and they
sued or-
concerned, they
Oh,
were
they
wanted
just
to explain
concerned, that
what
wasn't a
happened.
hearing.
Yeah.
No,
That wasn't a hearing,
No,
okay.
that was just,
No.
they were
Witness-
being proactive.
Someone had
That
a
was a
hearing, though.
discussion.
Really? I don't
Was
remember.
it,
I don't remember.
no, I'm thinking of Lancaster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, he came in and explained that it had been changed to Noria in that they
Yeah.
train, how many stations, remember, they
Right.
actually run. And
Yep.
he was pretty good, I thought.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Noria was very professional.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
responsive.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see,
yeah,
if that person, can make the Zoom all
Yeah.
the
Okay.
better.
Or maybe we can get a check
No, we'll-
out of the other end.
We'll
Okay.
just continue it.
Finish
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Cause Mr. Senni had asked for that date, cause he was away this meeting.
Does he know he can just pay it?
And then when I sent it out, we got that email from Joe.
Yep.
Yeah. he
Yeah,
does.
he does, yeah. It's foolish that he does.
So yeah, we'll see who shows up.
Yeah.
That'll govern
And
what.
it's
Yeah,
a-
right.
And
There
it's
you
a
go.
Zoom, so it's
The-
in person, which is nice.
Yes, it
the
is.
last thing, I know
guess
you haven't had
Zoom.
much chance to look at it, but we've been, underbilled by BP to the tune of about $3,500.
Yeah, but we've been overcharged too.
No, but they took that into consideration.
Shoot. No, I haven't seen
Is
it.
that
Right,
what
so
it
what is
ended
it,
up being with those
3,500?
flexible things we were figuring out?
No, they
Yeah.
just, it was
Okay.
Billing.
screwy paperwork.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
stuff missed.
All right, so we're gonna
I
have
haven't
to-
had a conversation with them till I brought it to their attention, and yeah, I did bring it to their attention because there was a little bit of overbilling, but there was more underbilling. So I'm gonna talk to them and see what their thoughts are in terms of getting that slate cleared away.
Right,
Whatever happens, has to happen
before
before
July.
July 1st.
Or we have to encumber it. And we don't want to encumber it, right?
Well,
We're gonna get
that's my question.
maybe a statement for June or something.
We don't have a lot of time to get this squared away between July 1st.
Right.
Do we have options?
That would be the option.
The first 10 days of July.
Yeah, it's a
All
very
right,
tight
I'm
window.
sorry, I need real clarity on this. What's the drop dead date? That, is there any wiggle room that this can be paid this coming year?
Only
If-
if we encumber it the first 10 days of July.
No, we have to encumber it by, but we can pay the bill in August as long as it's on the encumbrance list,
Okay.
right?
With sticker fees? No, or just-
Separate, no,
separate.
no, it's,
No, and that's not my budget.
I
I'm
know,
just
that's
saying.
what I'm trying.
I
Right,
can
we just-
afford it this year.
Okay.
so it's
okay.
about 3,500-ish, because that's where
We
we have
don't
to-
know whether we can afford it next
Right.
year is the issue.
Okay.
So-
But we have to make sure we.
Where
we
I'm coming
cover it,
from
yeah.
is there a way we can spread this out?
Like installments.
Yeah, maybe statement from
Oh, I don't know.
PP and let us do it that
And
way.
that's maybe a June question.
That's
I
a
mean,
June question.
we need to think, I don't, I mean, yeah, it's their screw up, but I don't think we should necessarily take the hit all at once for it. And I don't think they would demand or expect that.
Frankly, it's this, if there's screw up,
Yeah, they should either
Right.
they
they
should kind of
should.
have to,
work with you.
take the hit.
Do you want me to email June and see what we can do?
And add it next year, you know.
Yeah,
Be ready
please.
for it.
Okay.
You know,
All right, and the closer we have the figure, the better, because we have to put something down.
statement for June or somebody.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, because we have to have a list of all the bills that we don't have yet that aren't gonna be paid in time. Then if they get paid after July 10th or 14th, we can't pay them without going
right.
to town meeting.
So if someone worked it out with
Right.
them down there and said, geez, can we just pay what we paid this year and just add a charge for next year, period?
$3,294.34.
So we're gonna keep 3,500. because that's,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, if we got,
Yeah, because if a bill
And
doesn't
that's
come in on
January
time-
2022 through May 2023.
Okay.
how many bookkeepers they got down there?
Stephen DePaulo's wife,
Okay.
tread lightly.
Yeah, right. Don't see it now,
Are
right up on
we all
camera.
set? Anything else from anyone?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I can second that
All
motion.
right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. The meeting is adjourned at 7:51.